I love Friday Night Funkin'. It's like the best game ever.
Oh, so? Just Shapes and Beats? DDR, for God's sake!
Yeah, well, they don't have any original soundtracks. Most songs in those games already exist. Oh, so you want original soundtracks in your rhythm game, huh? Well, I have two that has original soundtrack that is better than Friday Night Funkin'.
The first is called Rhythm Doctor. Rhythm Doctor is an indie rhythm game which is developed by 7th Beat Games, and the main plot is that you are some intern and you heal patients with their heartbeat. The gameplay is that you have to hit the tempo on the 7th beat. Sounds simple, right? All you have to do is hit on the 7th beat with only one button of your choosing. Surely you can beat it in 30 minutes. Well, you're wrong. This game will always keep you on your toes with gimmicks that can range from changing tempos to adding swing music out of nowhere. It took me quite a while for me to beat this game, and I'm like a pro at rhythm games. Okay, not really, but basically a pro. And the visuals in this game are creative and outstanding. Like, it's so good. Even though it's still in early access, it's still fun with the game. Even though the gameplay is fairly simple, it made up with good soundtracks that you can bop your head to. Plus, there's a 2-player feature, so you can play with your homie. Not to mention, you can make your own custom levels. So you should buy the game right now. Come on, man, it's only $22.
Huh, I thought it would be a bit cheaper.
But you should still buy it. If you can buy a $50 first-person shooter, then I'm pretty sure you can buy a Rhythm Doctor.
Nah, that whole gimmick thing seems too much for my tiny walnut-sized brain. Well, if that's the case, my mentally challenged friend, I have another game I recommend, and that's Everhood. Everhood is an underrated gem. Everhood is an indie RPG rhythm game developed by Chris Nordgren and Jordi Roca, and the plot is that you're trying to get your arm back after a blue gnome stole it. And while on the quest for retrieving your arm back, you can talk to quirky characters, fight funny enemies, and gnome. There's a lot of gnomes. The gameplay of Everhood is usually just walking around and interacting with stuff. You know, standard RPG stuff. But the fights, oh, they're good. The enemy will send out notes at you in time with the music, and the only way to not get hit is either jumping over them or just stepping aside. Now, the songs in this game are top notch. There's like 96 tracks on it, and all of them are a banger. And how much does Friday Night Funkin' have? 20? And some of them are a miss. I mean, just listen to this one from Everhood. That one was composed by the talented Kazakh. Great musician, I tell you. Now let's listen to one of the Friday Night Funkin' ones. Yeah, I think we both know which one's better. And just like Friday Night Funkin', you can make custom mods in it. Now, the price for Everhood costs about $14.50. But if you are still unsure, you can always try the demo on the official Everhood itch.io and get a taste of it. Look, I'm not saying that Friday Night Funkin's soundtracks are the equivalent of Cardi B's music. It's actually pretty good, and the community is great, even though a majority of them are children. It's just that if you think that Friday Night Funkin' is the best rhythm game with the best soundtrack, I'm sorry, but you're wrong, and you're probably mentally challenged. Both Rhythm Doctor and Everhood soundtracks are just better, and the games are highly underrated. So yeah, check them out on Steam, and I highly recommend it if you like rhythm games and stuff. Later.